Hello and welcome back to GP3. We're at the Hungaroring tonight. Brilliant track, very short, very tight, twisty. Not many overtaking opportunities, but I'm sure we're going to see an absolutely booming race. We're sorry we missed you last week. We had a bit of a problem with the Xbox servers, but hopefully, fingers crossed, everything's going to go well today. And I'm not alone this time round. I have a good friend of mine and racing driver in the real world. He goes by Pro Luca on Xbox, but it's Luca Peretti, and he's here in the chat room with me. Welcome, Luca.
Hello, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here. Really excited to watch this GP3 race today and see who's going to be in the top 5 and top 10. Very exciting stuff. Thank you very much.
Yeah, well, we definitely had a seriously close qualifying session first time out, and hopefully this time round it'll be just as close. I mean, you've watched a couple of the races before. Have you got any, apart from our own Renault drivers, have you got any people you like looking out for there, or you think are going to make some moves?
Well, honestly, watching last week, Lord Dumbledore, he really impressed me, how much he just dominated the race. I really hope he's able to continue where he left off last week. But yeah, Lord Dumbledore is where my head's at the moment.
Fair enough. Yeah, but he's definitely a force to be reckoned with. He's dominated the last 2 races. It'll be nice to look out for Johnny Sherbert, who's increased his pace big time since last season, and he's knocking on the door of that first place. Oh, and we've got an off there. Who's that off on the truck? Is that Solex? He's taken a wheel off already. So Solex out of qualifying with 7 minutes remaining and not a lap done. So that's very interesting. That'll be yellow flags through the middle sector, I'm assuming. But yeah, no, Johnny Sherbert I think one to look out for as well. Kenarito's doing very well. The 2 Red Bulls are very fast. Red Bull actually leading the Constructors' Championship. And I think you've got some details on how GP3 is going there. Where are people placed today?
Yeah, it is Goblin in 20th place with SF1, Kimmy in 19th, and then Gamerman in 18th. 17th is Johnston, 16th is Gunners, 15th is Nutmeg, 14th is, I can't even say his name, the Mercedes driver, so it's got Jock, I'm going to guess.
Zypher
Josh, sorry about that, Zypher Josh. And then 13th is Roberts, 12th is Allow Your Face, and 11th is Danberg. Then we can move on to the top 10. And in top 10, from top 10 to 1 is Solex in 10th on 24 points. 9th is Grimdog on 24. 8th is Johnny Sherbert with 27. 7th is Cardinal with 29. 6th is Kenarito with 36. Your Robbie is in 5th place with 41. 4th place is Bumba in 42 in the Ferrari. And then the top 3 is Raffle in 3rd on 49 points. 2nd, Lord Dumbledore storming ahead at the front there on 72 points.
Brilliant stuff. Well, there you go. I mean, not as tight as we thought at the top. Dumbledore's really running away, but from second downwards, it's anyone's game to play, and we are only 3 races in. So I think there's going to be a lot of fighting through the championship. We're now sitting on board with Cardinal, who's actually he's going into the pits now, so we'll move onwards from him. Not many people out on track. Roberts, Nutmeg, and Gumba. I think Gumba's just hit the pits, so Robert and Nutmeg out on track at the moment, and that's about it. I think Gamerman's doing some laps as well, the back there. But we'll sit and watch Robert for the moment, with just 5 minutes remaining of qualifying. I'm just doing a quick double check on the stream, Lucas, so we can take over for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, cool.
Check
So I'm just having a look at who's on their fastest laps and on what tyres they are on. So at the moment, the only people that haven't gone on the soft tyres is Cardinal, Sherbert, Phil, and that is now it. It's going to be very interesting to see what the strategies are going to be. I'm not quite sure what the strategies are going to be, but yes, it's looking quite tight between the from second to 5th place, especially 3rd, 5th. There's a 10th in between the lap times. It's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen here. We've got, I think it's 5 minutes remaining of the session, 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah, 4.5 minutes remaining, and if I remember correctly from the first race, I think the top almost 10 were within about a second of each other, so I'm hoping that it's going to be just as close. But Damberg topping the charts at the moment, about 4 tenths or 3 tenths ahead of anyone else so far. We do have 4 minutes left, and the track temperatures and the speed of the track basically increases massively in those last 5 minutes, and you can find a lot of time. As Law's Bumbledore proves that by going 7 tenths faster than anyone else on track.
Yes, I was just about to say, my judgment for this race today, I think is proving dividends, as he's with 3 minutes to go 6 tenths up on everybody else. That's a jolly good lap time there.
Very good. It'll be interesting to see if he can actually improve on that, because this is a bloody quick time as it is.
That was also his opening first flying lap time that he set there.
Yeah. Yeah, really interesting now, and I've just realised that my camera directing has been fairly shambolic for this opening 10 minutes, but I'll get back on top of that, guys. So if you do have any problems in the comments, any audio problems or lag issues, please do let us know as quickly as possible so we can sort that out. I have double checked it on my side, and everything seems alright. Luca is a bit crackly, but I think that's just connection and stuff. Unless there's any big problems, do let us know. But yeah, I think we're going to have a great time this weekend with 3 minutes remaining. Wrathful's been sitting there in 5th the whole time, and every time someone else improves, he's stuck there. So maybe he's got something in the bag. I know we did that lap time very early on in the qualifying session. You got to watch out for those 2 Red Bulls as well, though. The leading team in the championship, I believe. If I have a quick look at the combined constructors, it is Red Bull leading with 221 points at the moment, followed quite nipping at the heels there with Ferrari with 204, Mercedes in 3rd with 182, Alfa Romeo, so that's joint 3rd really with Mercedes, and then the Pink Panthers just a point behind with 181, and we'll go through the rest of the grid, or the rest of the teams, with Luca in the 5-minute break, and give you some updates on news around the other GPs as well.
Lovely.
With 2 minutes remaining.
2 minutes remaining. Everyone's going to is about to start their final flying laps. To see if they're going to go up. Lucky.
Yeah, I'm just looking on board now with your Robbie, who's sitting in 3rd. He has a bit of traffic ahead of him. I think he's dipping into the pits there, so he's going to be done for the day. So let's have a look and see who's... So that's Damberg coming onto a lap. We'll stick on board with Damberg as he piles into the first corner now. Hard on the brakes and turning in. Not too much of a lockup, but he's a bit wide on exits and flicking the rear end out, so I think he's lost himself a lot of time there. It's going to struggle to get on top of Lord Bumbledore as we head into turn 3. On board now. We'll watch the full lap with Damberg with just 1 minute remaining of the session, and then we'll catch up with the rest of the grid and see where they're positioning. Anyone looking fast behind there, Luke?
Well, honestly, at the moment, I just realised that Kennerito's left it very fine, just leaving the pits now, going around turn 2. Be very interested to see if he'll actually make it round from the start of the lap. It's going to have to be quite a fast out lap and probably not the correct warm-up procedure he wanted to do. But it'll be interesting to see if he can still improve on his 15.8.
Big time. I mean, if he makes it, then he could find a lot of time. But like you say, whether he's going to make it, his warm-up procedure is definitely going to be... Oh, wonderfully done. Yeah, as rightly pointed out by Luca there, Cardinal sticks it on the first row of the grid, less than a tenth away from Lord Bumbledore.
And meanwhile,
he's going for a second lap.
As that happens, Phil has just retired.
It's Canarito.
I'm not sure if he...
Canarito coming around the last corner. Is he going to make it with just 2 seconds?
Oh,
but he's just missed the line.
Oh, wow. That's
just missed the line. Johnny Sherbert and Goomba wants to look out for. Sherbert's not looked as pacey as he has before.
No.
SF1 Carlos in the chats, surprised that many people have opted for the soft tyres. That's an interesting call on the strategy. I think I probably would have been going for softs at this present moment in time, but I haven't done too much practice yet. Thoughts on that?
Again, I haven't actually been done much practice around this track. But there's only Jumbo, as you said, on the medium tyres so far. I don't know whether he is on them right now.
He's on the medium tyres as well as Johnny Sherbert, so it's just Damberg and Rathfull now that we're waiting on some lap times. Cardinals hit the pits, he's happy with his lap time.
Yes.
And Damberg going into the pits as well. So all eyes now on Rathfull, and he has pulled out of his lap now. So that seems to be your qualifying standings for round 3 of the SF1 GP3 Championship.
It's a very good qualifying session. Very tight between Cardinal and Lord Dumbledore. Very interested to see who's going to make the jump at the start and who's going to get the best start. Yeah. Very
big time. It's all going to be about that traction from the first sort. Very tight between the top 2, and then not hitting out the rest of the grid. I mean, 3rd down to 7th is fairly damn close as well. They're all within about a full 5 tenths.
Just looking at the comments on Twitch, SF1 Carlos has just commented that the soft will last around 6 or 7 laps, and then the medium hard is the race strategy, unless they're thinking of 2 stops.
Okay, interesting. I'll let you run through the positions for
Okay, so we're going to start off at the top and head our way down. So first place is Lord Dumbledore with 1 minute 14.5, incredible time there. Second is SF1 Cardinal with a 14.5 again, and then it's Damberg who's down with a 15.1. Then I'm going to continue down with Rathfull in 4th. Robbie 5th, Calarita 6th, Robert 7th, Grimdog 8th, Phil 9th, and to round off the top 10 is Sherbert. And then we're going to head into the bottom 10.
Nope, you're going to miss it.
No, I'm too sorry.
It's alright, I'll take quick screenshots. So
I can continue, I've got it afterwards. Which is...
Okay, it won't let me capture because I'm already streaming.
So just going to head into the 5-minute break now before we start the race. What are your thoughts so far, Lucky?
Well, I mean, it's not as close as the first round we had. Obviously, a lot of people doing a hell of a lot of practice for that first round, but I'm very happy to see that it isn't as far apart as I dreaded. Very close for the top 2. The midfield fight today, I think, is going to be really good. But you've got to remember, with Hungary, there are 2 very, very fast, high downforce corners, which are nigh on impossible to follow traffic through at max speed. So I think there's going to be a bit of a separation between cars, but of course it's going to be some brilliant fighting. It's a narrow, short track, and I think it's going to be flat out from start to line.
Brilliant. Are you expecting much overtaking, or are we going to be thinking it will be gaps forming?
I'd like, obviously I want there to be loads of overtakes. I want there to be 20 overtakes a lap, but unfortunately, the way the track is, it might be difficult for that to happen, and I think there may be a few gaps forming, but we'll see. Time will tell. Hopefully we'll get proven wrong. What do you think about that fast left-hander? Yes, of course. We've gone through the top 5 for the constructors, so we'll give a rundown of the final 5, which is actually Williams in 6th with 178 points, Renault in 7th with 164, Haas sitting in 8th, and they've moved up actually since last race with 122. That's 100 points off of the lead already, and we're only three races in, so the Red Bull lads doing brilliantly there on the top. McLaren in 9th with 103, and the Alpha Tauri reserve driver team, I believe, I may be wrong there and just insulted a team owner, but they're running on 75 points, so it's really nice and tight at the top. Anyone in the top 5, I think, can have this championship. I'm just being bombarded with messages in my team chat and other chats. Bloke with you sounds distorted, Lucky. A little bit distorted there, Luca. Says Grimdog. Hopefully you can at least hear him fairly clearly.
Oh, my apologies, guys. Yes, I do have not quite the best Wi-Fi here.
Lidl internet. Oh, not quite Lidl, I'd say Aldi. But I think we're upgrading, you're upgrading soon, aren't you, to at least Asda
I don't know if there's
or
anything
Waitrose.
Yes. Yes. I've...
Oh, you're actually dropping out for me now as well a little bit there. Yeah, a bit strange on the old party chat. It's very, very odd. Never experienced that before with your party.
Yes, I'm getting rather similar the other way.
Fair enough. Okay, so maybe your internet's just having a little bit of a panic attack today. Oh no, he's streaming. What are we going to do? But hopefully we'll be all right. I've got myself some drinks at my side and a sandwich. So I'm all set. What about you? What's your beverage of the day?
I am currently on the Pepsi Max, although I was very tempted to go get a beer from the fridge before this race starts.
Oh, I've got beers. I've got beers.
I
I've
feel
got 2 Becks.
like that's just the
Ice cold. It's a long race, and your voice is going to hurt.
I reckon so as well.
So, a big hello to SF1 Carlos, Benny99, SF1 Rhodes, Benny99 again, SF1 Rhodes again, Cardinal in the chat there, big up Cardinal, and F1 Grimdog, who actually pointed out about the sound. But hello to everyone, welcome. I hope you're enjoying it as much as we can. We've got 21 viewers, so hello to everyone else that's not in the chat and that's watching. Thank you for joining us, but we'll be getting going very, very soon. Having a 5-minute break. I believe we've probably got about 2 or 3 minutes, or maybe 1 minute left of that, before we go live into a 50% race around the Hungaroring. We've had a brilliant qualifying, a close top 2 and a close midfield as well. And I think with this first corner we might have a bit of a chaotic first lap. I wouldn't put a safety car out of the equation for the first lap. Prediction for safety car? 1, 2, 3?
I'm on turn 3 will have a safety car. Here's my expectations before we go up the hill. I'm confident they can last 4 corners. And the countdown has started for the session.
Brilliant stuff, so we will be in shortly.
Wait, formation lap, very exciting.
You'll have to forgive me, I'm finishing my sandwich. So there's the counter at the top, 2 seconds, and we are in. So, drivers lining up for their formation lap. There's your predicted stop strategy at the bottom. It's apparently a soft to hard or a soft medium strategy today. Be interested to see what people go for. The soft to hard may be the favourable option for the faster drivers, and those wanting to make up some ground might go for the double stop. Formation lap, very important. People don't understand quite how important it is sometimes. So I mean, you get some contact, and sorry, I just got put off by a message I got there. You get some contact, and you get sent back to the start of the race, so you don't get to do your formation lap, and you'll start the race with ice-cold tyres. And that's normally what causes some of the first corner incidents, because through a little bit of their own fault, but not really. They have stone-cold tyres, and they go piling in, braking where everyone else is. And they just end up either firing into someone or going off. So it's very important to get as much heat as you can into your tyres without wearing them down too much, so you can get the best possible grip for that turn 1.
So who is going to be leading at the end of lap 1 for you, Lucky?
Cardinal!
I really hope so.
It better be. I don't know if you guys noticed, but we are actually Renault team owners. So coming around this second to last corner, everyone will be, I think Bumbledore's already bunched everyone up a bit. There's a bit of a gap between the midfield, but now coming onto the straight to line up into their grid boxes. And we are getting ready for 35 flat-out laps round the Hungaroring, one of my preferred tracks. I wouldn't say favourites, but it's definitely a brilliant track to do some racing, wheel-to-wheel racing. We got to watch out for those high-speed corners though, because it can cause trouble for following cars.
And the final car is just going into a slot.
So I will take the top 10 for the first lap. If you keep an eye on the back 10, that'll be perfect. If you can give me a better view as well, please, game. Don't want to look at the back of the grid, please.
We're just waiting for it to form up now. There is a green light at the back, but
there's a little bit of... We've got a green flag flashing, so we should be getting going soon. The game's struggling a little bit. We may have had a drop up. Yeah, Gamerman, I believe, and Ruffle are struggling with the connection at the moment. Still waiting.
Yes, we are still waiting.
Apologies, viewers. We're not doing this on purpose. Still waiting, I'm afraid. This is very unusual.
The tension is just building for the drivers.
Yeah, it's so Ruffle and Game. Here we go, and we are off. It's a lively start from Ruffle in 4th position as Lord Bumbledore. Four abreast, and touching between the two of them. Cardinal takes the lead from the moment, but up the inside goes the Alfa Romeo, sorry. Side by side into turn 1, and then 4 abreast behind them, and deep goes another Alfa Romeo, and the 2 Williams follow suit. It is Wrathful from Cardinal, from Damberg, from Lord Bumbledore. How's it going at the back there?
At the back, we have got a lot of changes happening. I think the biggest winner of that start must have been up there, going from 13 to 9, as we have Phil, who's just made contact with Solet.
Yes, and that's caused the yellow flag. That was a little bit awkward there for the McLaren. Yeah, that is Wrathful made a stonking start there, and the gap being pulled from 2nd place. So Cardinals actually pulled a bit of a gap there.
It's very tight at the start of this race. Although it was
very tight indeed. I think we've made a whole lap without safety car as Wrathful puts in the first fastest lap of the day. But that is brilliant. And that's Cardinal having a look. Wrathful making a bit of a dodgy move down the inside, and Cardinal's gone deep again.
Teammate took contact just behind the 2 Williams drivers.
Oh, fighting super hard there. No love lost between the 2 of them as they're desperately trying to get in position to catch the drivers ahead. Lord Bumbledore taking third place. Started on pole, remember. Cardinal and Rathful absolutely flew by him at the start there. But Nutmeg up into 5th position. I think you pointed that out earlier. Brilliant start from the Renault driver there.
Yes, it did.
As I spoke far too soon and I've done a Murray and he's spun round. I'm sorry about that, Nutmeg. Definitely my fault.
So next to the respite from the station, there is a safety car. Safety car just up the track.
Safety car is out.
Is that also Nutmeg? Nutmeg, no!
Yeah.
Oh, that is so unfortunate after a brilliant start.
That's unfortunate. He spun round and just... Oh, and Alone Goblins hit the back of the safety car.
Wow.
Oh dear. So Solex and Nutmeg, I think Nutmeg spun in the middle of the pack there and just had nowhere to go, unfortunately. And Solex, I didn't see what happened, but that's very unfortunate. So safety car's out as Rathful from Cardinal, from Damberg, as Damberg's hit the pits. Rathful's hit the pits as well. So are they going for an early medium, or are they going to try and run the hards all the way to the end?
And there's also Gumbo sitting
on board with Damberg as we see what he puts on. That's medium tyres, so they're going for the double mediums there. Be interesting to see how that plays out. How long Cardinal and Bumbledore can make their tyres last.
Oh, and Phil's
then Robert's just behind him.
Phil's pitted and put the hard tyres on.
I will put some
so after that first lap, we had the
details
casualty. The only casualty we had on the first lap was a lone goblin who had to pit for a new wing, and he is actually going back in to fit a new wing after contact with that safety car on the exit of the pits. So, Seb, do you want to give a rundown of what's going on?
Yeah, sure. We got Cardinal leading during safety car, with Lord Bumbledore right behind him. Very poor start, unfortunately, from Bumbledore. Got caught up with his teammate. Robert 22 stayed there nice and silent, and he's fishing around for a podium position today with your Robbie in the dominant Red Bull team car just behind him in 4th. Grimdog in the Ferrari in 5th. Canarito, another Red Bull, in 6th. Johnny Sherbert, who's normally pushing for that podium position, is down in 7th at the moment, with SF1 Kimmy, Cypher Josh, Gamerman rounds out your top 10. Gunners is close behind, or was close behind, in 11th. Rathful 12th. Damberg and Gumber and Phil are actually on the hards as well, but he started on the hards. So out of the pit stoppers, most people gone, well, 2 of them gone for the mediums and 2 of them have gone for the hards. So that's interesting to see how far Gumber and Phil can take those hards, because I don't think that, well, I think 31 laps is a bit of a stretch, to be honest, don't you?
Yes, indeed. I was just reading those comments, and the dark Mark 21 was has just put in that Raffle wasn't even in the lobby, and his AI gets to him to the first place in the first corner. And also Carlos, FS1 Carlos, she put that Gumper and Phil could win if they could manage their tyres. If they manage their tyres early on, they could win this race. Very interesting in those comments. Thank you very much. We appreciate every single comment you get, and we are looking at them and are reading them to progress, to make it better.
We do indeed fill that comment box with comments. I did see the SF1 Roads that again reminded me to put the tyres up, and I didn't actually see that this time, but I think our brains connected telepathically over the pond, and I've done the tyres for you now, so you've got all the data up on screen as a lone goblin gets a 5-second penalty. Must have been speeding in the pit lane. Very unfortunate. But yeah, do fill the comment box with comments. So Dark Mark suits me if Gumbo wins, of course. SF1 Carlos has done a practice the other day, fastest lap on the last lap of the race with hards. That's some interesting data.
That's also very impressive from him as well, to be able to do that.
Very impressive from him. I think the safety car lights have just gone out there, so Cardinal taking the restart now.
Safety car in this lap. I will keep you updated on that bottom 10.
How much is he? When's he going to go? And he's gone. And he's gone. Lord Bumbledore reacts a little bit late, and he's already increased the gap. But what's going to happen now as we look down through
We
the
do
pack.
have a yellow flag. Someone's spun.
That's very interesting. Damberg moves past Raffle. And that was the only movement we got on the first straightaway there. Cypher Josh close to the back of Kimmy. Everyone else quite close.
Oh, there is a move there from the Racing Point Gamer Man on Damberg. No, Gunners on Damberg there. But Damberg is now fighting back for that position through the fast left-hander. Oh, but Gunners just getting out of the way of everyone. That is,
how did Phil Rathful get through that? Just slipped through the two of them there.
Oh, with the spinner. Same Josh, who just started the chicane.
Yeah, so a lot of action at the back of the grid.
Yes,
Gamerman gets himself a penalty. And Lord Bumbledore still half a second behind, so he didn't manage to. In fact, 7/10 behind. So he's actually Cardinals put in the fastest lap, and he's pulling away now. We'll see just how long those softs are going to hold their grip for. I don't know how quickly they go off around this track, but it'll be interesting to see, because these two need to start pulling away from the pack, which they're doing so in order to defend from those early stoppers and possibly those hard runs as well. Oh, collision between Robert and Robbie. That did not go well at all. So big damage for the Red Bull and the Mercedes of Robert and Robbie.
Both of them have got that.
That's unfortunate to see, but the show goes on. We've already lost 2 drivers today, and we're just 6 laps in, so quite a punchy opening to the race, I'd say.
Indeed, it's a very punchy start of this race. I just look at the comments again. That's a SF1 car very, very well pointed out. That's Phil Gumba are P11, P10 and P12, and they're going to the end. As I've just noticed that a lone goblin has retired from the race, and there is another safety car.
Grimdog pits under safety car, so this is big time going to help Phil and Gumba, who are now actually in 8th and 9th, so they are looking on top form for a brilliant finish today. And I think Cardinal and Lord Bumbledore just missed the pits for that one, so they're going to be caught up. Now this could be disastrous for the top 3.
Yes, I'm not sure whether the stop window was opening, but by the looks of the comments, that was the time. So
yeah, that was definitely. I think they're going to have to pit next lap as well. I think because if they go too much deeper with the safety car restart, they might be struggling just a bit with 6-lap-old softs. And everyone else has pit so far except from Cypher, Josh, Gunners, and Kimmy down in 11th, 12th, and 13th.
Yes, very exciting race that's happened so far. So, lucky. I go through the winners and losers of the first 7 laps of the race. So the biggest jumps has been Gamerman in 8th place, who's jumped 7 places, and also Cypher Josh, who's jumped up 7 places and is now 11th. Person who's lost the most places is your Robbie, but that is because he's just missed. But other than that, there's not been that many losers of this race so far, mainly gainers.
I think Alone Gobbling, Nutmeg, and Solex may disagree with you. Yeah, we have only lost 2 drivers. We've got 15 running still. As the top 3 hit the pits now, so they're going to lose out big time. Unfortunately, this time they may end up right at the back of the grid, but with far fresher tyres. And I'm going to go and see what they're doing, because I assume they're going to be going to some hard tyres. Although I have just seen some mediums coming out for the Red Bull car. Cardinals put on hard tyres. Kennerito has put on medium tyres, I believe, so he's going to be punchy.
And so
but may need a second stop. And Lord Bumbledore as well. So that's very interesting to see. Can they do 25 laps on the medium tyres? If you know in the comments or you got something to say about that, please let us know, because we'd love to see what you guys think to the hiccup there. Think to the strategies being played today. So your new leader under safety car is Damberg in the Williams, who was looking very fast at the beginning of the race. Did the early pit stop with the first safety car. That's put him in a good position at the moment. And keep an eye on Johnny Sherbert, who's sitting in 7th with fresh hards. And of course Phil and Gumber in 3rd and 4th with those hards that they're taking to the end.
Oh, I think
Rathfull's left the session again.
Some connection session.
It's unfortunate. I think a few bits of that Rathfull's maybe investigated it. We did have an issue at the beginning as he took the lead under AI, which isn't particularly fair. I don't think it was his fault. I think it dropped out a bit, but yeah, I think there will be an investigation there for Rathfull at some point.
Pure Rath has just put onto the SF1 onto the chat that my Delta is messed up and trying to reload. And
no problem, Rath.
Again, just quickly before we start again, just do not forget to follow if you are enjoying this stream, and that's yeah, please, every follower, it's a huge help. I'll pass it back over to you now.
Thank you. As we're coming round the final corner to restart, as the safety car hits the pits and Damberg flies out, Rathfull getting a fastest lap of 46 seconds apparently. But yeah, Damberg leading now from Rathfull, from Phil and Gumber on those hards, remember, so they may drop back initially. But it'll be interesting to see how far they can take them and what Damberg and Rathfull can do with these mediums to pull away from the rest of the pack. Further down the grid, Gamerman made some big moves. He's up into 5th with with his original mediums on. So he's going to be sticking to his original strategy. And Grimdog there with 1 lap old mediums in the Ferrari, looking to hunt down the rest of the pack.
Oh no, spin in the middle of the pack for Cardinal. Tried to go up the inside there, and it's just gone so wrong. Sector 2. Both Red Bulls have been collided. Lots of wing damage for everyone. Oh, it's horrible.
Oh dear, that's unfortunate to see. The two, well, they were. Was it? Who was the contact with? Sorry, Canarito.
I believe it was. I don't quite know. He was going up the inside of someone. I think it might have been Lord Bumbledore, maybe Gunners, possibly Gunners, through that left hand through the kink, and it just was not going. There is now a virtual safety car to collect all the damage that is on the track. But one Red Bull without front wing, I think the second one is without front wing as well. That is not what we wanted to see.
No, that's not too great, unfortunately, but that's racing and these things happen, so we'll keep our focus on the rest of the grid. Lord Bumbledore got away with things there, so he didn't get any contact and may still be able to fight for the lead that he's trying to hold on to from qualifying so well. But Damberg there, leading the race from Rathfull, who's getting a little bit closer, and Phil actually is sticking to the back of Rathfull and Damberg with those hard tyres. Just 3 tenths away from the 2nd place position there, as Rathfull is now starting to defend. Gamerman gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. There's a fair few of penalties actually. We'll quickly bring them up so we can see exactly what it is. So it's a 3-second penalty for Grimdog at the moment. Gamerman on 6, Cypher Josh on 5, Lord Bumbledore also with 5-second penalty, possibly speeding in the pit lane, Kenarito with 3 seconds as well. And now, as we can see, Phil is really struggling to get past the AI car of Rathfull, as he's unfortunately had to leave the session, or lost connection to the session. But Phil now right behind.
We
Rathfull
have got another virtual safety car, but I'm just trying to look to see where it is. I don't know who's come off or what's happened. But we've got
the virtual safety car, I assume, will be for the shrapnel from the...
Oh no, he came back in for a lap or so and has gone back out.
Ah,
so
very interesting. Well caught there.
So I'm not sure where it has happened, but yes.
That is very interesting. What's
So,
kind of upsetting is this incident with Wrathful. I mean, it's not nice that he's been dropped from the session, but unfortunately, he's really holding up Phil and Gumba and the rest of the pack behind. They just can't seem to get past. Cardinal with a drive-through penalty, speeding under VSC. That's a gnarl just to add insult to injury for the rally driver there. He was looking so promising.
So we're back racing again from the virtual safety car. It's now gone green. We're rounding out the first half of the race, and what are your thoughts? What are your predictions for the second half?
Oh, well, all my predictions originally is Gunners gets a 3-second penalty. All my predictions for originally have gone out the door now with with contact and penalties and the VSC that's just been. So at the moment, I'd really like to see Phil and Gumba both stepping onto that podium with their alternate strategies. As I say that, Grimdog makes his way past his teammate, and Gumba's also got some pressure from Johnny Sherbert, who's also passed him as well. So once again, every time I mention a driver I think's doing well, something seems to happen to them. Virtual safety car again.
Where is this now? I do not know.
I've not a clue. I'm just trying to see what's happened. I can't see anything there, you know.
No,
I hope we've not got the safety car glitch.
What works every 5 seconds?
Yeah,
That's
I think it used to be a big thing with the older games where the safety car would just come out every other lap. It's very unfortunate. Did you just reply to John in the chat? So waiting for the virtual safety car to... Oh, and Wrathful's left again, so it's in out for Wrathful, unfortunately, with some errors as we go green again, and Damberg pulls away once again. Wrathful with pressure from Phil, his teammate behind, so Phil seems to be gaining. Can he get alongside? He's looking at it, and he dives down the inside. Will he make the move? Goes a bit wide and gets a bit of pressure from Wrathful again, but I think he's made the move stick this time as he defends on exit. And there is Grimdog having a look as well. Round the outside of turn 3, he's on the marbles, and there's the Racing Point as well having a little look, but he couldn't quite get past. So that's Phil and Grimdog up into the podium positions and past Wrathful. Johnny Sherbert now looking at the back of the Alfa Romeo car and hoping to get past as soon as possible. So Phil looking very, very powerful at the moment with his hard tyres. He is 3 seconds behind the leader, but he is on an alternate strategy and will be running, we think, to the end of the race. You can see all 5 of the leaders just about in one shot there. Beautiful view now.
By the look of it, we've got a little train starting to form behind Wrathful now. And I'm not sure whether is he back in the games, Lucky?
He's not. He is still, unfortunately, under AI control. So the AI is set a lot lower than anything competitive, so it's fair.
Contact with Johnny Sherbert as they went to the first corner there. Just knocked off his end plate, but it's getting a bit physical now as they're being held up by Wrathful here.
Oh, this is very edgy stuff as the Gumba's car taking a lot of the inside curve there and getting quite unstable on the exit of the fast left-hander. We've got further back, gaps forming towards the back of the grid, so we'll focus on the top 6 for now. This is where the racing is. Grimdog's just 5 tenths off of Phil at the moment, and Gumba just 4/10 off of Johnny Sherbert, who's trying to attack the AI car of Radful. Just having a look at the comments, I really hat off to Rath for trying so hard to get back in. I hope you do get back in. It's not nice to see. And Carlos is helping him out as well, so thank you to Carlos in the chats. Don't forget to follow, like, share, enjoy. We have the little the night bot, the automated bot that helps us spread the word. But please do, if you are enjoying it, add us to your subscribe list, add us to your Twitch streamers, favourites, or whatever you want to do, because we would love to see you back next week. And of course we have GP2 and GP1 later on this week as well. Gumba and Johnny Sherbert and Lord Bumbledore right behind him as well. So Lord Bumbledore's come out of nowhere now, really caught onto the back of
that is really cool. Meanwhile, Rathful has actually put his foot down and taken full advantage of this battling duo. And
Rathful has got back into the session now as well, so I think all the chances that that Johnny Sherbert, Gumba and Lord Bumbledore had to get past his AI are going to be gone fairly soon. As I'm hitting a buffering screen on the Twitch, unfortunately. I hope that comes back. That won't be good. And we're back. So that's good. Just double checking everything. I don't want to be any issues with the stream. And here we go. Gumba on Sherbert. Is he going to make the move? He is trying to get side by side, but both of them have the DRS on Rathful. And nothing much happening there as Lord Bumbledore almost takes advantage of a bit of a shallow entry from Gumba. Lord Bumbledore on Gumba and Johnny Sherbert on Rathful now. Robert 22 in 11th, he's looking at the back of P10 driver SF1 Kimi. He's been looking to get up into the top 10 as he heads into turn 3.
Yeah, just looking at the fact that whilst the fight for P4 has happened, Grimdog, Phil and Damberg have just taken full advantage over this. And gap.
Oh yeah, 7 seconds. Wow.
They've
need to do.
They've got their head down. They've worked together, and good work from Grimdog, Phil, and Damberg.
Yeah, really well done. And I've got to say, Phil was I think 3.7 seconds behind Damberg at the start after the VSC came in. So he's making moves, gradually closing that gap and catching just tenths a lap, but he's doing his job. And I think if he can stay on track by the end of the race, considering he's not pitting again, hopefully, we think, he's going to be in a really good position.
Yes, I completely agree. It's just his train now forward behind Rathful, hoping that this is going to turn into a clean fight. It's looked very tidy from the four of them so far.
Gumba gets himself a 3-second.
No, that's not good. Also noticing Josh now starting to come into it to make a 5-car train for 4th place. Just after 10th lap, a couple of tenths to lap, and he's just got it under a second to battle Lord Bumbledore.
Yeah, he's really sniffing the back of that line now. The back of that line, oh god, I couldn't have made that sound any worse. No one's sniffing any lines. Zypher is really closing in on the back of Lord Bumbledore of the white car. That's a coincidence, it's white, isn't it? SF1 Gumba closing in on Johnny Sherbert as well, but Rathful, the one that's holding them back, even with his connection problems. And the gap now to the top 3 is almost 10 seconds as the drivers behind seem almost helpless. They just can't do anything to get past the Alfa Romeo of Rathful. So your penalties, Grimdog on 3 seconds in P3, Johnny Sherbert with 3 seconds, Gumba with 3 seconds, Lord Bumbledore with 5 seconds, and Cypher Josh as well with 5 seconds. Kimmy has 3, Kenarito has 3, Gamerman has 6, SF1 Cardinal, who had the big spin after pretty much leading the race, and a bit of contact, has nothing at all, so he could be making some places towards the end of the race depending on how things end. A late safety car may play into his hands nicely. Your Robbie and Gunners take the tail of the grid with 3 seconds each to their name. There's your pit stops. The top 5 all done 1 stop. Gumba done 1 stop. Cypher yet to stop, so that's very interesting. Lord Bumbledore's been passed by Cypher Josh, actually, I've just seen. As we go...
Yes, I was just about to say that, but...
yeah. I cut you up, sorry.
No, sorry, no, I was waiting for a gap for you. But it's also the fact that Raffle was just him and
you're going to have to repeat that, we've lost you.
Sherbet, so I think... Oh, sorry, guys.
It's alright, you went in and out a bit there. Yeah, you can go again.
I'll stop for a second.
Stage is yours, mate.
Right, we'll try again. Mate started to since he's come back to the game. He started to pull a gap on Johnny Sherbet. I think Johnny Sherbet tyres might have taken had the edge taken off being sat in his dirt. So it's all starting to spread out between these 5 now. With I guess Cypher Josh being the key winner out of this moment, this gap.
He's doing well, and if he can go a little bit long, I mean, he's not even pit yet either, so if he can push these hards to, I don't know, lap 25 possibly, he goes straight onto the softs and have a really, really fast final stint. And depending on what everyone else does, because there's still other drivers that I'm pretty sure are going to have to stop again.
Yes,
he could be looking at some good... Oh, as Lord Bumbledore flies down the inside and goes super deep. A little bit desperate there from Lord Bumbledore. Goes super deep and just misses the corner completely and hands the place straight back to Cypher Josh there. So I think temper's rising just a little bit.
Just I'm sure Carlos will tell us, but I'm not quite sure how long these medium tyres are going to go for. So I'm not sure whether the likes of Dan Burke, who's done 16 laps on these tyres, are going to have to hit again. Yes.
Oh, Phil gets himself a 3-second penalty. That could be a deciding factor towards the end. He's still closing that gap to Danberg, but fairly slowly. As Danberg hits the pits, he spoke just at the right time there, Luca, and he's hitting the pits. He'll be going on to mediums, I believe.
I know we're going to see Raffle going to pits as well. No, not yet. They're teammates, so that wouldn't be smart.
I think with Raffle having been on AI for quite a while, his tyres may be a fair bit fresher than some of the other drivers.
Indeed.
Anyone else hitting the pits? No one so far, so just Danberg this lap. And Cypher Josh and Lord Bumbledore side by side, wheel to wheel again, as Bumbledore just taps the back of the McLaren there, but some great defending, I think, from Cypher Josh on those super old tyres. Bumbledore's really struggling to get past now. Up the hill we go. Danberg has come out right behind this pack, and Lord Bumbledore moves across to let Danberg through. That's some very good team driving, very intelligent team driving.
There is no team orders in this, so very, very well thought out from Lord Bumbledore.
No engineers on their headsets telling them what to do, so some very intelligent driving. We'll see if Danberg can get past Cypher Josh.
Yes. It's also Gumba and Johnny Sherbet have, they were just a few moments ago very, very close together. Maybe Gumba's just made a little mistake, but It's looking very interesting. As Raffle was now pitted to change these, to get off these medium tyres. Just thought I'd jump in there.
And he pits now.
He's pitting for
a fresh set.
Mediums.
Beautiful stuff. So Phil, your new race leader at the moment. I wouldn't say net leader, but he doesn't have to stop again, I don't think. So Phil in a very, very dominant position at the moment. He could still pit and stick with the leaders he's been racing for the rest of the race, but he'd have to do that either now or the next lap in order for it to sort of to work. So he could be going to the end, he could be pitting again. He's done so well on those hards that he's got the option now.
Yes, no, it's been a fantastic race so far, and I'm so pleased you invited me to help commentate, because by the sounds of it, you would have needed an extra set of an extra mouth to help see what's been happening and tell you about what's happening.
Big time. I would have lost my voice already.
Just also scrolling through, and I know this might be a bit biased, but I just like to give a huge shout out to Cardinal, who's got a second gap to Kingman there in about 5 or 6 laps. So yeah, keep going, mate. And but yeah, that was
Dumbledore has now pit.
I think he might be swinging a front wing as well, because he did have M8 missing. Also serving 5-second penalty as well.
Ooh, yeah, serving his penalty. And where's that going to bring him out? Because he was fighting with Cardinal early in the race, but where is Cardinal?
Cardinal's just coming out.
No, he's a little bit far behind.
Yeah, I think it might be coming out with. He's just coming out the pits now, so just behind Anito, and just before the last car, and I think that might be Gunners.
Canarito was having a little look around the outside of Kimi there as well, as they're getting quite friendly.
Yeah, so it's still looking nice and friendly up at the top. Danberg has, just whilst we're all that, Danberg has got past safety Josh, and is now just staring at the back of Goomba's car. And I don't think it'll be too long before he dismisses Goomba here. Although he just run quite wide through that. I think that just gets him a penalty, or am I?
No, I didn't see it pop up. I think he may have got that beforehand. Although that may have been the nail in the coffin for that penalty. Actually, you may be right there.
Yeah.
But top penalties so far. So Rathful, Roberts, and Cardinal, the only 3 left without a penalty. Could see them move up. Plun 91, yes. Come on Phil, and Hubbardy in the comments as well. Come on Philly Mac. So everyone rooting for Phil. I'm rooting for Phil at this point as well. And what did I say? Johnny Sherbert sitting there in second as well. So he's doing brilliantly and all. 16 seconds the gap to Phil. I don't know what his tyres are at the moment, but he could
potentially have been the car. As Carlos was saying at the start of the race, he would be going to the end, as well as Gumba. It's been brilliant drive from Gumba and Phil here to stay to get themselves into this position here.
We've just had a follow from Smidsy. Sorry to cut in there, but thank you for the follow. Okay. It's great to see people jumping in there, and Carlos has just said as well that Gumba's dropped off, considering him and Phil were together a second splitting them yet, but there was a little bit of shuffling and a bit of contact, I think, between some other drivers there, which actually shuffled him down.
Which is still going on, to be fair, they're lucky. Johnny Sherbert has got Gumba just dancing around the back, trying to find a way left, right, centre to get past.
Yeah, I've got to say, some really brilliant close racing from the top 5 and 6 this time out.
It is, yeah. It's been brilliant driving, and it is again starting to turn into a 5-car trend with Cypher Josh just coming on to again and see who will make the best out of this little train here. But we have Danberg, who's on the freshest tyres here. Who's done, no, Grimdog's on the freshest tyres, sorry about that. And let's see what they can do with these fresh tyres.
Definitely, it's going to be very interesting. Cypher's finally pit with his 24-lap-old hards, but the gap from Phil and Johnny just keeps extending. With everyone behind Johnny fighting and trying to get past, Phil's having a field day. He doesn't seem to need to do much more than just
Yeah.
do the laps. Danberg getting very close to the back of Grimdog now. It just seems every time they get close enough for something to happen, the overtaking sections disappear, and you're back to the high downforce corners, which is just so hard to follow through, especially that left-hander at the top of the hill. Here's the two Ferraris. Oh, Grimdog was really looking. There's the move. There's the spot. Oh, aggressive. Oh, Danberg really wanted that position. Just a touch aggressive, I think, but he's made it stick, almost taking off the front wing of Gumba there, who definitely had to pull away from that. But he's got the move done and moved himself up into third position. Is Danberg going to be able to get past Johnny now? As Plon has just pointed out in the comments, even if they get past Johnny now and start catching Phil by a second a lap, it's not going to be enough. Even 2 seconds a lap, it might not quite be enough. So something desperately terrible has to happen right now. And I don't want to say that because it might then happen. But yeah, no, Phil, again, I've got to say, an outstanding job. And Johnny Sherbett's done very well as well with his 20-lap-old hards, holding off these drivers. As down the inside is Danberg with the DRS assist. Makes the move stick. A bit of contact between the two. That's the third driver. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna get some raging death oh, sorry, excuse my language. Death threats through my my messenger box today. I don't think the drivers are gonna be too happy. Yeah, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut now. Over to you, Luca. Oh, that is super interesting. Yeah, considering how difficult it is to pass round here, yeah, could be a bit of a gamble now. He's got to get straight past Grimdog and get onto the back of Danberg. I saw. Just literally just drove around him. That was brilliantly done. Is this the rising of a new star? A very intelligent drive. I've got to say, super intelligent drive from Phil today. I didn't think that the late pit was gonna play out, but he's got 6 laps to pass Danberg. Oh, look at the exit speed! Look at the exit speed! Oh my goodness! He's going down the outside. He's got DRS, under braking, round the outside, and he's done it! Oh, side by side still. If anyone needs a 101 on how to overtake a fast driver, there you go. Granted, he's on the softer tyres, but... Carlos in the chat, that was easy. Brilliant driving. Of course. No, but a good drive to get himself back that far up, and again he's got no penalties. Just 4 drivers today don't have a penalty. I probably shouldn't say that because they'll all get penalties now. And I've got to say, the Ferrari Grimdog is doing terribly this race. Absolute dreadful drive from him. The Mark Dog. Dark Mark. The dark, that's Grimdog and Dark Mark. The Dark Dog, the Mark Dog. He's lost an end plate. Oh, it's absolutely brilliant. I'm loving it, and as I said earlier, I'm so grateful you're here with me, because I would not have been able to keep up with this pace. 4 seconds the gap already to the leader now. So we're focusing really on the midfield fight between Cypher and Dumbledore. And Robert. 2 laps. MUFC Bex, he tried. He tried. He moved out the way. Wonderful, thank you. No problems there. Please do get involved in the comments for your driver of the day. We know that the game... Oh, Lord Bumbledore's got himself another 3 seconds. Sorry, that's 6 seconds for Lord Bumbledore. But yeah, do get involved in the comments for your choice of driver of the day. It'd be lovely to see what you guys think. But it's definitely not that terrible driver of the Ferrari of Grimdog. Yeah, and Cardinal's behind that pack, actually closing up by about a second a lap as well. I don't think it's quite going to be enough to make any positions. 3 wide, 3 wide. Ooh, that was very nicely done. Oh, and a bit of contact. The McLaren on the Mercedes. That's unfortunate to see. I don't know what happened there because it didn't look like either driver severely moved across, but obviously a bit of contact there. Yep. Oh, sorry for Josh's Mercedes driver. He's, as Carlos has just pointed out, he's just in the wrong car. So that's a teammate collision, unfortunately. To rub salt in the wound. That will be a place for Cardinal, though, who may move up now into 9th position after... Oh, no, Cypher's staying... Roberts... Sorry, Roberts the one with the damage. Yeah, is he pitting? No, he's staying out for the rest of the race, so that could be interesting. Yeah, an outstanding drive. Danberg with no real answer either. I mean, he looked really quite dominant, but Phil just slipped through all the cracks and kept his tyres nice and fresh, kept his driving nice and clean. He has got that little penalty, but I think all the top 3 have got that penalty. Rathfull without a penalty, but unfortunately the gap is a little bit too big for him to make a move there. At the end of the race, Canarito gets a 3-second penalty again. As we head onto the final lap, we will sit on board with Phil. If anything happens towards the back, obviously I will jump down. But the final lap with our race leader. Beautifully done. Brilliantly done. Just managed to catch the tail end of that, but yeah, no, Cardinal up into 9th after being stuck down right at the back after that incident mid-race. But a good comeback drive. Cypher Josh has also done similar, as he had a bit of an incident at the beginning of the race as well. But Phil coming in to the final, or the penultimate corner now for Phil, your race leader and soon to be, I don't want to speak too soon, let's let him get around the last corner, soon to be race winner. It's Phil crossing the line after 35 laps, a nice weave and a brilliant win from Phil 869. Danberg follows suit just 5 seconds down the road for 2nd place, and Grimdog, another great drive, in 3rd position from the Ferrari driver, who wasn't terrible, I just had to say that so he didn't crash. Rathfull in 4th. Johnny Sherbert still getting pressure from Gumba. And they cross the line almost side by side, but not quite. Johnny Sherbert 4th, Gumba 5th. Lord Bumbledore takes Rathfull under penalties. So Rath in 7th, and Cypher Josh jumps the 2 of them up into 6th there with no penalties. Cardinal just a little bit down the road and crossing the line for 9th position, and actually passes Rathfull as well, so a lot of penalties for Rathfull. So Cardinal 8th, Canarito 9th, Robbie 10th, Rathfull 11th, and Robert 22 just crossing the line. He had a coming together with his teammate, which was unfortunate. But crosses the line 11th. Rathfull now demoted down to 12th, so that must be a lot of penalties for Rathfull. Very strange. And Kimi also moves past Rathfull, and Gamerman is yet to cross with 18 seconds of penalties as well, and Gunner's a little bit behind, but There you go. We'll wait for the final drivers. Lots of penalties for Rath. Ah, okay. I was getting confused. Right, I'm going to invite the top 3 in. I believe you may have some podium questions. I don't know if you no, you didn't get my message, unfortunately. But I'll give you this 5-second reminder to come up with some nice questions. As here we have the. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. So that is Phil. My driver of the day has got to go to Phil this time out. I know he's the winner, and it's not always best to get the winner driver of the day, but it's the most intelligent driver I've seen in a long time. He just played the field. Completely played the field. There you go. Your top 10 for round 3 of the SF1 GP3 is Phil, Damberg, Grimdog, your top 3, Johnny Sherbert 4th, Gumba 5th, Cypher Josh 6th, Lord Bumbledore 7th, SF1 Cardinal 8th, Kenarito 9th, and your Robbie in 10th. I do believe actually Wrathful came 4th and will still hold 4th. That to be confirmed, of course, but yeah, a bit of a glitch there, unfortunately. Absolutely brilliant race and brilliant driving. I will now invite these drivers to the party. And guys, if you could just make sure that you include your audio. We've had a few problems in past streams with the audio not coming out for some reason, so just click the include audio button at the top, and when Luca is ready, he will introduce our top 3 and bore you with some questions.
Yeah. So, have we got all 3 of you in?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So, oh my god, the top 3 was, in first place we had, oh my god, why have names just slipped from my brain? I had it written down.
Phil in P1.
Phil in P1, and then it was, just go through them again for me. It was Damberg 2nd, and it was
It was. And then
oh my god, in 3rd place. No, I forgot. Grimdog.
Ferrari.
I'm so sorry.
Ferrari. There you go. Well done.
I'm so sorry.
A round of applause for Luca.
Round of applause for me getting that eventually. Thank you very much. I'm so sorry. I don't know how that slipped my mind because it just so much happened throughout that race. I'd like to say congratulations to Phil. That was an outstanding drive. Lucky and I were thoroughly impressed with how tactical and how well you drove that race. So how was the race for you? Leading that race, what was going through your head as you were driving?
Well, I kind of made a big error in qualifying. I did my hot lap on lean fuel mixture, and I put myself a bit further down the grid. But first lap, I had a bit of contact with one of the racing points at the turn 8, I think it was, and it put me down to last. And then whenever the safety car came out, I just jumped into the pits and went on hards and thought I'll just drive for as long as I can on them and hopefully get to a period where I can get the soft tires on and maybe do 7-8 laps on them at the end and have the advantage over everybody. And thankfully the 3 or 4 safety cars and virtual safety cars helped me extend that stint out and get onto the softs quite late, and there was a massive pace advantage over the 2 guys that were ahead of me whenever I came back up to the second stop.
Yeah, what made you actually decide to change to the top tires in the race? It was a 17-second gap.
Yeah.
We were being told you could make it to the end of the race. I'm very sorry for interrupting. I'll let you talk.
It's, my front left was on 60, and the rest of my tires were on 55 with 7 laps to go, so I didn't fancy it. And I seen the guys behind me were getting kind of held up, I think it was John Sherbert was in second, and I saw the gap growing and growing. It grew from maybe 60 seconds to over 18, and I thought, well, I'll take a chance. 18 seconds is about what you need. I'd seen that with the pit stop from Danberg ahead of me, and he ended up 18 seconds behind. So I thought I'd take a chance and risk on the softer, faster tires at the end.
Sure. It was an outstanding drive from you. Huge congratulations, because it was so tactically done, and just how you managed to nail that strategy to be 17 seconds ahead and have that ability to pit for those fresh tires. Huge congratulations, and I wish you good luck for the rest of the season, and look forward to watching, maybe commentating for the rest of the season. So Danberg, at the start of the race, there was a huge, you and Lord Bumbledore were ear to ear for a good few laps. Was there a tactic about it? Were you thinking? Are we thinking about contact at all? Were you team orders? Who's going to be going front, or was it just flat out going for each other?
Yeah, it all kicked off at the start there. I've got a much better start straight off the line, so I caught up to him, and I was trying to go somewhere, so I went down the middle, and then the Renault squeezed me, so we had a bit of contact there. So then I was just continuing on. I caught up to him on my second stint there, and he had damage, so he let me through, so I can carry on.
Yes.
Yeah, so
That was a very smart decision. But it looked intense from where you were sat, because it also looked quite a lonely race, was it? Except when you were being held up, because you quickly got past Johnny Sherbert, and that you went through them with such ease. And what was going through your head when you got onto the back of that train of cars? Because you dismantled them in space of a couple of laps.
Yeah, I mean, I was on fresher tires, so I just kept my head down and got on with it. So then when I passed the last car, I was looking up in front. I had Phil like 18 seconds in front of me. So then I was just trying to put lap after lap, just putting them in, trying to get to the end.
Yeah, well, it showed that you were able to get a podium from that race, and you gained position from the race, and it was a good race. And lastly, it was congratulations again for your P2, and I look forward to again also seeing you for the rest of the season. And so in third place we had Grimdog, and you had a quite exciting race, didn't you? It was a case of it was almost just like you could not get past him whatsoever, and I'd love to know what was going through your head when you were sat behind Johnny Sherbert for that long. Did it start to frustrate you, or was it with ease, and you just knew it would eventually come to you?
I knew it'd eventually happen, so it's just a case of trying to keep it clean, because I did not want to lose this podium again.
No, I can imagine you didn't. But yeah, although when you did pass him, there was a slight bit of contact. Was do you know what happened there, or was it just?
I have no idea.
You didn't quite
line. He went off the track and then came flying on and hit me. So
that's fair enough. It was close, and it looked like you and Johnny Sherbert were just having such a good battle there. And it was a fantastic race to watch, and all three of you did so well. And cannot wait for more racing this year. Thank you very much, Seth, Lucky, for letting me do the podium presentation. Well done, guys.
No problem at all. Thank you, everyone. I've got to say to Phil, I've said it on the stream several times, I'll say it again, but one of the most intelligent drives I've seen, and that's not just sim racing, that's a lot of, pretty much all racing. A really good drive. Danberg, brilliant drive again. You came from the middle of the pack to the back of the pack to the front of the pack, and you came in a strong second, holding some decent pace. I actually got banned from talking about Grimdog by your team manager, because every time I opened my mouth about someone doing well, except from Phil, that is. They crashed, literally, as I say it, so I actually got banned on the chat from saying anything about you. But a brilliant drive, again, really solid. You gave us some great racing, all three of you, and again, I'd like to congratulate the rest of the field as well, because it really was an action-packed race, and I hope to see all of you fighting tooth and nail next week, and I invite everyone else and the viewers back to watch. A quick reminder, we do have GP2 tomorrow night and GP1 on Sunday nights, and they will be broadcast. We won't be doing the comms this time round, we have different commentators for each one, but please do join us if you enjoyed this race. You'll definitely enjoy the next two races coming up, and we hope to see you next week. Thank you to Phil, thank you to Danberg, and thank you to Grimdog for your great efforts. We'll see you all next week. Good night.